this video, it is probably because you are very much into junk journaling or you're starting out like I am. I am starting to do junk journaling. It's been something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I gathered some things and we are officially starting. So I figured to make a little YouTube vlog about it and to link some of the items that I used, stuff like that, and take you guys with me to make the first page of junk journaling. For those that don't know what junk journaling is, it's kind of a mixture of scrapbooking, like your actual journal, and just kind of like making mood boards. So you kind of just like use things like you already have in your house, or you buy like stickers, tape, stuff like that, and then you kind of just use things that you gather along the way. So for example, if you buy a clothing item and you have a ticket, or you went to the movies or a concert and you have a ticket, or you went to the arcade, or you bought a Labubu and it comes with a little card, or you have a cute box, then you cut out whatever you want and glue it in there. And it kind of just becomes this book of all these memories and things that you gathered. And I think it's a very fun way to be creative and a fun way to be not on your phone, because that's kind of what I really struggle with, and what I wanted to change was I've been really craving more hobbies this year that mean that I'm not on my phone or my computer, because I run 2 businesses that take up a lot of my time. I'm constantly on my computer for things, and even though I love that, I also just really don't want to be on screens all the time. And sometimes I'm just too tired to actually read, and I just want to do something mindless, something mindful. That's kind of how I started doing like the mini brands, the blind box balls that you can kind of do, collecting blind boxes. And I just started like how I started doing my nails. I've just been trying to do more things that I can do with my hands that I love doing. I always loved crafting growing up. I used to craft so much, and I've been just wanting to get more into it. So that's why I started junk journaling. So shall we start? Let me first show you some things that I'm using. I have a lot of notebooks. So one thing about me, I love a good notebook, and then I never use them, and then they're just sitting in a stack, and then I'm like, what's the point? So I have this beautiful one from Berga. I don't know if it's eventually gonna work to even still close it, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna use this because it really makes me happy looking at it. I'm not using it for anything else, so we're gonna make a start in this one. And I highly recommend just using stuff you already have and kind of just see if you like junk journaling. Then I bought some things at Daiso that I really want to use, and then I also bought some things at Miniso and on Amazon. Just a gathering of things that I already have. Let's go. This is my little organizer that has all my stickers and some things that I found or things that I'm using in. Super easy, especially with the stickers. Like I love this like pouch over here. These are some loose things I just gathered. And here's some more supplies and everything. I think this is one of the most useful things I've gotten so far for junk journaling, just so everything is together, and once my collection expands, I can always like get another one, but I love this one. Starting with a blank page can be kind of intimidating, so I like to start out with a big piece first and kind of like puzzle things around. Some people first like puzzle things around and see what flows, and then you go with it, and sometimes people just wing it. I kind of tend to do both so far that I have noticed. I definitely like starting out with big pieces and like some sort of color theme, right, or some sort of theme. And I really love Christmas, so I think I want to make this like more of a Christmassy theme with more red. And I got this in the mail from Moon Juice, so I figured to use that. I bought these the other day at Hobby Lobby, so maybe we can just make like a Christmassy kinda. Also, apologies, I'm so congested. I'm trying to like figure out what we want to use. Okay. Yeah, you put that flat, girl. I think personally the cool thing about junk journaling is that there's no rules, but I know that that sometimes makes it harder for people to know what to do. I feel like I've always kind of like been like aesthetic in a way that it just comes natural to me, and I feel like I just know when something flows and when something doesn't. So I think that's just something that you can like train yourself onto, and it doesn't really matter what you do, you know? And you can always like look up inspiration on Pinterest, or like if this inspires you, that's cool. I wasn't really afraid going into junk journaling. I just like needed to start because like I mentioned, it's just something that is not on the computer or screen. Definitely need to buy a paper cutter so that I can cut straight lines instead of using the scissor. I've had this scissor for like 15 years, I think. I bought it at Action in the Netherlands when I was still living at home. And it just came with me when I moved to America. I also think that textures are really important, and that is something I also swear by with like dressing and stuff like that. Texture makes everything. So I think with this as well, adding texture, I will probably look for something later like a ribbon or something to add, because I think that would make it really good. One thing that I also have learned when I was doing interior design is like colors always kind of have to come back in threes. So I think that is a good rule also for junk journaling, for if you struggle with finding ways for it to make sense and flow, is like make sure that colors come back besides adding texture. So for me this really flows well because like the blue here comes back in here, then obviously the black comes back, then there's beige here, here, and also in here, and there's red in here that comes back in other places as well. And I feel like that just like makes it make more sense. Not certain though if Santa Claus fits with this, so might leave him for another one. Maybe perhaps we can put some stars. You kind of just have to see for yourself what flows well and try things out. Like nothing is wrong or right. And I'm sure you get that more and more by doing it longer. Love these that I got at, pretty sure I got these at Daiso. You should see how the silver is over here from the Clocks and Color logo, and then the stars here. I feel like that makes sense. No, I feel like it's finished, honestly. I cannot think of anything else I want to put on here. Let me know if you watched this video this far, and also if you are starting junk journaling, or if you are already on your journey, let me know. And I'm really excited to do another page at some point, but now I'm gonna finish my tea and do some things on the computer that I need to do. So thank you for watching.